Chris.
Okay. Oh my God, I can't.
We're back in?
You're in.
All right. Next item on our agenda is a review, discussion, recommendation, to authorize the executive director to request American Rescue Plan funds in the amount of $5 million for the county union, Broome County, New York, for the purpose of economic development, including but
Wait,
not
is he on
limited to
LDC?
grants and other financial assistance
Hold on.
for site development and other economic priorities to advance the interests of the citizens of Broome County.
Wait, where are we here?
Mayor, I think, we were missing one final governance item for IDA. That was to.
One second, on the wrong page.
It's okay, it's okay. We're not.
I was all confused.
Monday here, all of
I
it.
moved, when we were talking about the item, I moved the other agenda.
Yeah.
So we are, review, discussion, recommendation to authorize the executive director on behalf of the agency to exercise the option extension agreement with IBM Company Club LLC, extending through and including December 31st, 2021, to purchase property located at 4301 Watson Boulevard in the town of Union in the amount of $300,000, less $40,000 already paid upon extension of the previous option agreements. I think we've kind of covered it. You want to add anything else, Stacy, at this
I did
point?
not, I'm all set.
What, Joe?
Does the resolution, and I asked this before, provide for the assignment to the LDC?
I'll make the motion with that addition
Yes.
to allow
Okay.
time to the, from the IDA to the LDC. I'll make that a motion.
There's a motion, is there a second?
I'll second, Brian.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Abstentions? So, do we have to read that? We read that?
Well, you gotta
Stacy, you wanna read it? We read it? Did you put down the
Gotta adjourn.
amendment
adjourn this meeting.
No, he wants.
for Joe?
So it is a, yes, I can reread that for you. It is a
With the amendment?
Yep, it is a resolution authorizing the agency to authorize the executive director on behalf of the agency to exercise the option extension agreement with IBM Country Club, extending through and including December 31, 2021, to purchase property located at 4301 Watson Boulevard in the town of Union, Broome County, New York. And, let me catch up, in the amount of $300,000 less $40,000 already paid upon execution of previous option agreements, and to assign its rights thereunder to the Broome County Local Development Corporation.
Is there a motion?
I already made it, Brian seconded, and we voted.
That was for the amendment. I mean, I'm not going for the full resolution.
Oh,
Is there a motion to approve the resolution as amended?
I'll make the motion.
Gerald, is there a second?
And I'll second.
Second, Brian, all in favor?
Aye.
In favor. Any opposed? Okay. Motion is carried.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn,
Motion.
second?
Second.
Second, Brian. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we are adjourned.
Okay, give me 1 second now.
Recording stopped.
Okay.
We didn't approve the casino, did we?
It's in the fine print, Brian.
It's not a big one. Okay.
So we're just
Recording in progress.
Okay.
Tell us when.
Yep, I'll tell you when.
Should we just have to get the live stream going, and we're good to go at LDC?
Alrighty. You're good.
Good to go?
Good to go.
Okay, we'll call the meeting of the governance committee of the LDC to order. Next item on the agenda is to accept the October 20, 2021 Governance Committee meeting transcript. That was sent out to all members. They had an opportunity to make any revisions, so we'll accept the transcript for the record. Our next item on the agenda is public comment. If there's anyone wishing to address the Governance Committee of the LDC, you have 5 minutes. We ask that you state your name and address. This time we'll open the floor to public comment. Is there anyone who wishes to address the LDC Governance Committee at this time? Hearing none, we'll close that portion of the meeting. We'll move on to first action item. A review, discussion, recommendation to authorize the executive director to request American Rescue Plan funds in the amount of $5 million from Broome County, subject to the approval by the Broome County Legislature and contingent on the correction of the allocation of funds from the Broome County Industrial Development Agency to the Broome County Local Development Corporation for the purpose of economic development, including but not limited to grants and other financial assistance for site development and other economic priorities to advance the interests of the citizens of Broome County. Stacy.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, you have a copy of a resolution from Broome County from earlier this year, August 24th, 2021, that is being amended to appropriately allocate funds to the Local Development Corporation. These are funds similarly as with previous actions by this body. The recommendation is to accept funds from the American Rescue Plan in the amount of $5 million from Broome County for site development and other economic priorities in interest of the citizens of Broome County. Related to this could be a number of site development activities related to the redevelopment of projects, including but not limited to the Oakdale Mall infrastructure needs, as well as other projects as identified by this body.
So, first question I have is, so this is kind of open-ended in regards to where the funds can be targeted. There's no specific amount that's been earmarked to any particular project at this point in time, Stacy?
Not at this point in time. I know that there have been discussions on necessary site development work at the Oakdale Mall for the final, what will be ultimately the redevelopment of that facility. We've had conversations with Spark JC on potential uses that are still being outlined and would be brought back to this board for review.
Is there a particular amount, is there a tentative amount that they've been talking about with you at this point, or is it still?
I believe it was near the entirety of the $5 million.
Okay. So the county, we'll accept these funds from the county, but we have the final jurisdiction over how they're expended? Or are we, or does the county, will the county have influence, or, I don't mean this in a negative way, but will the county want to help guide where those funds go, as recommendations to
Well,
us?
I think similarly with the funds for 59 Lester Ave, for former IBM Country Club, and for other programs that the county supported, we would consult and review and discuss any potential uses of funds before expending.
So at this point in time, this is still, nothing has really been formally committed out of the $5 million.
Correct. It's a resolution to accept funds from the county for $5 million from American Rescue Plan.
Okay. Any additional questions from other committee members? Okay, I'll entertain a motion. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll move it, Jim.
Oh, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed or abstentions? Okay, motion is carried. The next item is a review, discussion, recommendation to authorize the executive director to request American Rescue Plan funds in the amount of $5 million from the town of Union, Broome County, for the purpose of economic development, including but not limited to grants and other financial assistance for site development not other economic priorities to advance the interests of the citizens of Broome County. Stacy.
Similarly, this is an action by the Town of Union, an approval made on October 1st of this year to allocate $5 million from American Rescue Plan funds to the LDC, similarly for the purposes of assisting projects, including but not limited to grants and other financial assistance, specifically in the areas of site development or other economic priorities as identified collaboratively by the town and this board. So again, could include projects limited, including but not limited to Oakdale infrastructure and other projects identified as priority projects in the Town of Union. But again, any recommendations would be brought to the board for the use of the funds. So today's actions specifically set us up to accept funds and create contracts between the county and the Town of Union for the purposes of allocating funds towards projects.
So the town isn't really committed, same question, I guess, the town hasn't committed even conceptually to anybody a certain amount. It's still an open-ended process as it is with the county funds. I understand.
That is my understanding, yes, it would be, priority projects in the Town of Union, many of which we have currently been discussing, such as IBM Country Club, redevelopment of the Oakdale Mall, and other projects as identified by the LDC.
All right, because this is, obviously, it's a town project. All right, any additional questions or comments for Stacy?
If I may, just to clarify, the Town of Union funds are limited by ARPA conditions. So whatever is done, we're willing to give the money, but it has to follow our ARPA conditioning. I just want to make sure everybody understands that. So it's not free reign.
Right.
You got it, right, absolutely.
Okay, thanks, Rick. Any additional comments or questions at this time? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second, Brian.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed or abstentions? Okay, motion is carried. So Stacy, I believe that concludes our agenda for
It
today.
does, yes.
Okay, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Thank
Okay,
you all.
we're adjourned.
See you Wednesday, thank you.
Recording stopped.
Okay.
Yeah. Just drop